Hola, ¿qué pasa? I'm Nancy Montes and you're watching Cleveland's View Community Strip. I'm here in the Tremont area at the Cleveland Animal Protective League, where we were speaking with President and CEO, Ms. Sharon Harvey, as well as touring the facility. This is a shelter for the animals, so let's go check it out.
The Cleveland APL has been in this community now for more than 100 years, and we've actually been on this site on Wiley Ave in Cleveland since 1917. We are a private, nonprofit humane society. We operate this 30,000 square foot animal care facility and shelter. Our programs are just numerous. Of course, we bring animals in that need shelter and care. We investigate animal cruelty. We provide that care here through a number of medical programs, spay and neuter programs. We try to find the animals that come to us that are either surrendered by their owners, or stray cats that come in, or animals that come in through our humane investigators. We work to find them new homes. I actually started volunteering. I was in healthcare for 18 years before I walked into my first animal shelter, and I had my family had a dog that came from a shelter, but I hadn't really bitten the shelter bug yet until I started volunteering, and then there was no turning back. I had found my passion and made a big, scary career change, and haven't looked back. Every intake is a little bit different. For owners that are looking to surrender their pets, we do ask for them to call us ahead of time and make an appointment. And that is the way that now we are no longer euthanizing healthy, friendly animals and animals that we can treat for their medical conditions or even some behavioral issues because we've run out of time or space. We need to know how many animals are coming in to make sure that we have a nice room at the inn for them to come into. Every animal that comes in is vaccinated, treated for fleas, treated for worms. If you're a cat, you're tested for FELV and FIV. If you're a dog, you're tested for heartworm. We do ask owners surrendering pets to pay a very small surrender fee that helps to offset some of those initial costs that we are putting into that animal right away. We are a charity, so we need to ask people who are relying on this very critical service where we are taking in a member of the family and trying to promise that we'll find a happy ending for that animal. Our programs and services have just grown beyond belief. Of course, we have our animal intake program, our animal sheltering program, our animal adoption program. We have another program now called Project Care, which is our community animal retention effort. And that's where we're going out into a targeted area of the community where we found we had very high intake. And we're working with members of that community to try to help them to keep their pets in their homes and not have to surrender them for whatever reasons they're looking to surrender them. Our humane investigators, we have 3.5 humane agents that have authority under Ohio Revised Code to enforce the animal cruelty laws in Ohio. And their jurisdiction is Cuyahoga County, and they're out on the streets investigating complaints of animal cruelty that come into our hotline. And when we find evidence that laws have been broken and animals have been neglected or abused, they work with our special prosecutor to file charges and prosecute those cases, so there can be punishment for the offenders. We operate 2 spay and neuter clinics at the Cleveland APL, one of them for our shelter animals and one of them for stray cats that residents are bringing in to have sterilized, and then they go back out to their familiar territory where they can continue to live a happy life, but under the care of a caretaker and not having any more kittens that are going to end up coming into a shelter. We assist more than 15,000 animals each year. About half of those animals come into us for placement, And then the other half is a vast majority of those are animals, the stray cats that come in for the trap, neuter, return surgery. That's generally more than about 5,000 a year. We do believe in the city of Cleveland alone that there are tens of thousands of cats living out on the street as strays, and that's what that trap, neuter, return program is trying to help. Donations are absolutely critical to this organization, and actually there are two things that people can donate to us. Of course, we always need donations of money, and we also need donations of people's time. Our volunteers are the lifeblood of this organization. For everything we do we're open every day of the week, running 2 different facilities, assisting more than 15,000 animals, operating the shelter and 2 clinics. Our budget is just over $4 million a year, and 80% of that budget we have to raise through private donations. And if people aren't making donations, then we can't help these animals. The rest of that is, the rest of the money we need, the revenue that we bring in, are our adoption fees and our surrender fees and other fees for service, but that's a very small amount. What do I love most about Cleveland? Well, I have got to tell you, I am a native New Englander, and I came here in 1985 thinking I was only going to be here for a few years, and then I was going to head back home. And I just fell in love with the city of Cleveland, and I love its diversity. I love that it's on the water. I think as time has gone on, I have loved so much about how the city has come back, and it's just so vital. The people are amazing. Cleveland is just the best big little city. I couldn't think of living anywhere else. We have a fabulous website that tells you everything you need to know about the APL. It's www.clevelandapl.org. Our phone number is 216-771-4616. And if ever you feel an animal in Cuyahoga County is being neglected or abused, our Humane Investigations hotline is 216-377-1630. And please, the other thing is we're all over social media. So we would love to see people join us out on our Facebook page, our Twitter, and on Instagram, because the more people learn about what we're doing, the more animals we're going to be able to help.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment as much as I did. Look at how cute. Cleveland, you need to support the APL. Come down, adopt, or, you can volunteer as well as donate.
Absolutely. And whatever you can do, whether it's donate, volunteer, adopt, spay, neuter, report animal cruelty, we need your help. They need your help.
Mira qué lindo.